live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay, yeah, I was not allowing. For some reason, it was not allowing me to have a chat open, which is weird. I think it's because I didn't have the audience selected for being 18 and over, because I just got done doing those personal readings, so that's probably why. So, sorry. Video unavailable. This video is private. Huh. Okay, there it is. Now it's up. Okay. Sorry about the technical difficulties. How's everybody doing? This is Casey from the Guardian Oracle. I am an intuitive psychic medium. I have all the clairs, I guess you could say. I have the ability to channel messages from multidimensional beings, my higher self, passed on loved ones. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can go to my description box and underneath my homepage, and I have an email in there. We can set that up if you feel like you want to donate. My Cash App link is in there. If you are going to donate, please don't do it anonymous. I've had that, and I would like to know who's contributing to my channel, and I'm very grateful. So if you could go to my email box, and you'll see my email. It should be angeldynasty33@gmail, and send me an email, and anybody, you're more than willing to catch me there. I had some technical difficulties, so I pulled out a few cards before we got this started. I did clear the energy. I called in Archangel Michael. Give me this big old water sage over here. Like, I totally almost burned down my shed the other day because this thing just continued to smolder. And it's in pieces now, so we're just gonna set it on fire, man. This stuff smells so good too. I want to say that it's like, can we not burn my fingers though? Cedar and pine and some sort of sandalwood. How's everybody doing? What's up, Essie? Wade, what's up? Got the whole fam dam in here already. Cool. Well, if you guys were on that other live, like, it totally just kicked me out, so, wow, I screwed with it. I guess I didn't have the privacy settings set. Well, that stuff doesn't want to burn. She doesn't want to burn today. And my guides are like, no, that's not the stuff, man. Alright, let's switch it up to this. This is like eucalyptus and a whole bunch of other good stuff. I don't know why when I read, like, I feel like I really need the smoky smoke going. I really like how it, one, it smells. Two, I don't know what it does to, like, my third eye, but it, like, blows it wide open. So, it's been, what, a few days. Today's Tuesday. I thought it was Wednesday for some odd reason. Weird. Trying to get my kids out of school sooner than they need to be. Cannot believe kids are almost out of school. Tomorrow's their last day, so yay us. Hey KK. Hey Ember Bee. Then I got the whole friggin' tribe up in this. Nice. Alright, well, you know guys how I roll. I'm just gonna pull on some collective energy, get into what we need to get in. I feel like, if you guys do want to hit the like button, if you guys also, I will return every bit of your energy back, but if you do want to ask your guides to come through on specific messages, I just seen the tiniest little gnat like hover between my eyes in front of me and then just go straight up. So, open up your energy and we can tap into that. My guides know the collective and the listeners that will come. So, like, time isn't really a thing, right? It's linear. It's something our brains make up for us to be able to kind of decipher, I guess, what the hell is going on in this energetic world. So the first card I pulled out, we've got communication, number 14, number 35, perception, number 33, the miracle. The frequency of a miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source and therefore our belief that anything is possible. I really feel like we are on the brink of some amazing, shit's been hard, but I feel like within that we are being guided to trust our own wisdom and to really delve within self outside of what's going on in the collective, because that's where we're going to get our true answers, right? And then using, divination, or even me as a channeled reader, it'll just confirm. I should just be used not to guide you, right? Because you're your own guide, but to confirm certain things that you are thinking. And if you're close with your guides, and you work with them that way, you can ask for certain confirmations throughout a read. I know you guys are catching the live, but I'm serious. Like, even in certain reads, I'll ask my guides, if this is prevalent to the situation that I'm going through now, I ask that you would bring that forward and allow me to discern, right? Because we all have the gift of discernment. Well, we all have it. Whether we choose to fine-tune it or not, that's a whole nother situation. Communication. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart space. The center of the truth is the heart. To stay in flow of source and balance exchange. Going through the heart space, not just the mind, right? And our perception, number 35. And before I read this card, I watched a short today, and it was 50 Cent. Why the hell it was on my thing, I don't know. Maybe 50 cents. Somebody's going to find a 50-cent piece. It's prevalent. Trust me. And he said, we was talking about perception. And if I gave you $1 million today, in 30 days, could you make $1 million more? If you can't make $1 million off of the million, then I'm going to take my $1 million back. Well, and a lot of people, and he's like, and I don't mean by going and buying like 10 kilos of cocaine and selling it. Hopefully I don't get flagged for that. You know what I mean? Or doing mischievous stuff with it. But could you, with the perception of having that much money, right? 'Cause we're talking about manifesting. Could you make that money? Can you double it? And he goes, I'm going to teach you something. He goes, you go into your bank. He goes, this is how you would get the money in the right way. You would tell them you want to open up account. And then you would ask them for $1 million loan. He says, as soon as you get in there and they see all those zeros, people are going to be like, treating you real nice and all these things. You will get that $1 million. Therefore, you made the $2 million. So not only, you got your million, but you got the loan too. So, but he was talking out the perception of like people not understanding, like, we don't manifest certain things because we think that it's too big. And that, or maybe we won't be able to do it, or maybe we fall short of harnessing this energy that's our own birthright down and into us, and seated here because we don't think we can handle it. And I think it's not that. I think that a lot of us really haven't even thought about what it would look like. Do we have space for it, first of all? Second of all, what will it look like when we do have it? Our intentions with it, right? Intentions is everything. We are energetic beings in a physical form of mass, so we can call these things down. So right now we're talking about 33 miracles. 33 could definitely be somebody's life path number, or born on March 3rd, or I'm seeing Jesus Christ when I say 33, Yeshua right now. All right, why am I wanting to come over here to this deck? Let's get some cards out here and let's uncover what the collective's going through. All the way out on the table, please. It says clock. What time is it? 5:41 here in Idaho. I'm starting to itch. The clock. Needing time cycles and take time to heal and processing under communication. Coffin, new beginnings, liberation, reborn, transition, tragic endings. The perception, the frequency. Perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edge of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. The way that we're looking at something, like when the coffin would represent death, right? And even in death, it's not death. We're eternal beings. There's life. Liberation, reborn in the... It's like as soon as you break that thought paradigm of that death even exists, literally, and break through the matrix with just that smallest thing, I feel like somebody's like unmasked or uncovered something, and I am so itchy right now. Some hidden secrets, or have like pierced through the veil of like this layer of illusion, or breaking free from illusions. The coffin. Why do I feel like somebody faked their own death? That's interesting. That could be a confirmation. That's so interesting. That it's going to be for somebody. Coffee cup. Meeting and talking. Savoring time. The moments, feelings elevated. Building new friendships. I love how the coffee beans are in the heart. And that's under the 33 miracle. Bottom of the deck, we have a love call, expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. It's two hearts. I heard two hearts collide. And then they're showing me like the kaleidoscope, you know, when we were kids. Well, for those of you that are born in the 80s and previous to that, we used to have kaleidoscopes. And it was like this cool little telescope looking thing, but it had a bunch of geometrical shapes as you'd turn it, a whole bunch of other jazz inside it. Self-indulgence, self-worth, value, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. And I feel like I want to put that under the coffin, like maybe somebody's actually putting to rest like the avoidance of looking at these communications that are coming in about thyself. An inability, like sometimes we have a hard time to police ourselves, and I feel like somebody maybe took a leap. We wouldn't say backwards, right? Because anytime we're learning, it's not backwards. It is if we don't choose to learn from it. I just see an orb like fly right into that pink candle. Somebody's like literally resurrecting their shadow side, or has resurrected it and has looked like just to come back in and take a closer look at it. When I say that, my guide showed me this tarot card that my neighbor has, and literally the magician on this card, he's got all of every obstacle or every object that he needs to magician with. But he's got the magnifying glass up and he's looking real close, and it's hard to see what he's looking at, but it's like self-indulgence, self-worth, and value. The coffin, reborn, in transition. We're almost in a full moon, right? I don't know, the last week has been like a complete blur. What are we looking at here within? Needing time, cycles, takes time to heal and progress. Maybe somebody needs to remember that the healing process sometimes doesn't always just involve yourself, but that of others, because we are all one piece interwoven in this web. Say that twice. Hi, Mama Light. I'm glad you made it. Hey, Morgan. How you doing, girl? Got the Garden of Venus on here. Hello, matey. Oh, good Lord, have mercy. That was a read to go down in the history books and talk about like even my own shadow side of like letting some shit go. And sometimes I really feel like we have to trust our inner wisdom of what we're being guided to do. We might not always understand it, but if you're gonna get on the live or if you're going to do something, if you need to say something, and obviously we're not here to deteriorate anybody else. I mean, we're talking about things in our experiences and we're sharing them with other. We're not projecting or being hateful. You know, use your discernment. We don't ever want to devalue somebody else because they're just not on the same healing frequencies or timelines that we may be on. So it's important that we still, in the position that we're in as healers and as intuitives and as psychics and mediums and galactic beings seated down here with the skin suit, like, don't underestimate like what planets you've been on before here. And some of my, well, the listeners that I have, like, you'll be able to understand that, like, we're here literally just trying to seed consciousness into this planet Earth, okay? We're trying to raise the vibration of the consciousness that's here by healing attributes of ourself, right? Because we're a certain civilization, and the key is to evolve this civilization. And if we can't do that, well, then there'll be another civilization because Mother Gaia ain't going nowhere. I don't know why I just channeled that or where that came from. But that is definitely important to keep in the back of our minds. Did somebody have head surgery, I feel like, or has something on the back of their head, maybe? I really feel that right now. If you do, and you should go get that looked at. Not trying to scare anybody, but that way it's just so, because our thoughts are so powerful. We're talking about perception and miracles. Maybe if you have something like that going on, malignant. I don't know what that means off the top of my head. What is malignant? Family, can somebody put that in there? I am channeling that word right now. Go get that looked at, and I feel like that our thoughts are powerful, so we have an ability to manifest certain things out of fear or out of glee and happiness. Glee is never a word that I use, so somebody's guides are coming in and trying to deliver that message. If this is you reading, maybe you are a reader, or if you've got something going on with the scalp area, just go get it looked at. I think it's going to be nothing. I'm seeing miracles, 33, and then like you have a really strong creative ability, so your thoughts are powerful to be able to overcome anything. And that goes for my entire collective that's on here. Like, I think that our communications with one another are very powerful. The way that we have an ability to shift, shape shift is what I heard, and transmute and transform ourselves into a very special energetic force. We can take on perceptions that most people might not be able to see a whole picture. Somebody is getting like very intuitive hits through the third eye as I'm looking at these, like, this is what I'm looking at, and then this is what I'm seeing. Like, see this shape and symbol, and then it's somebody who's being able to transmute, actually, like, to shift through all of this thing and really see something for what it truly is. Communications and miracles. The coffin, new beginnings. Time to heal. Meeting and talking. Maybe there's important conversation that's going to happen between two people. I feel like this actually might have something to do with holding hands. I'm looking at this deck with the hands on the back of it, on the front and back of it, man. I'm going to pull one of these either way. And then the ones I was looking at, my guides, I tell them what I'm going to do, and then they're just like, no, you're not. You're going to pull this one. Whatever. You guys are the bee's knees, if bees had them. Ask your angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. Clear yourself. Being confirmation for somebody, and that wanted to fall out on heartbreak, pain, separation, loss, deception, lies, and shocking attack. Backstabbing. Backstabbed you right into that there for, and what do you call those things? Damn pomegranate. Maybe that's what this conversation will be about, because I wanted to put it down underneath the coffee cup. Meeting and talking. Feeling elevated, building a friendship. We're talking about the shadow side. Trust the inner wisdom. Wedding rings, union, marriage, soul connection, everlasting love and devotion. My throat chakra. I will not speak up. That's interesting. What were we talking about? Backstabbing. Coffee cup meetings, and then on the coffee cup meetings we've got this heart shape, right? It's like miracle, and I want to align this underneath the same row. Unions, marriage, soul connections, happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase. Well, that's interesting. Where did the backstabbing come in at? Right? New beginnings. Ask your angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. Okay, but there's still backstabbing here. So what's that about? We're going to get juicy with the tarot here, are we? But there's a miracle in this situation, right? Love call, expressing love, message of love, thinking of you, and informing you. Will you set aside the time, I heard. Will you set aside the time? Clock, time, needing time. Cycles and taking time to heal and progress. So is this something that's already happened? My left ear just got a really high-pitched ring in it. What is this? Can you help me understand this dynamic of the backstabbing and the relationship? Is this a past energy? How is this playing in? The Empress. Motherhood. Nurturing, creative, beauty, feminine. The Empress, well, she embodies all of the queens, right? Meeting and talking. The coffee cup. I heard spilling the tea. Heartbreak and pain, separation. It's also pregnancy. I feel like maybe somebody did lose a child, and if that is for you, I apologize. Deception and lies, a shocking attack. The Empress is somebody, it's the card number 3. So yes, I do feel like that this is a past energy, and that actually lines up under Miracle 33. That's a 333. Love call. What time is it? 554. 554 could be important. A decision. That wanted to come out on the clock. Needing time, cycles, and taking time to heal. And literally to clear yourself. A stalemate, a truce. Somebody sitting on the fence. Well, she looks like she's sitting in a pretty powerful spot, if you ask me. You know, like, her mind's made up. But she's all of, I mean, she's the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands. What else am I forgetting? The Queen of, did I say the Swords? Because I like her. I like that sword she wields around. Pretty cutthroat. But she's being pretty benevolent here. I mean, she's just chilling like a villain. Why do I feel like this is like somebody's guide also, too? Like, impregnating the situation for some deeper mass understanding of a healing that we don't understand. Like maybe somebody's taking the brunt of something for somebody else's healing in a way, or like a karmic reason. Happiness, joy, playfulness. Law of attraction. Whoa, slippery little sucker. Relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. Geez, ya think? She doesn't want to play with the fish no more. It's almost like a certain situation. We were talking about the new beginnings and being in that shadow aspect, right? It's like we manifest these, or like our persistent thoughts and our perception of certain realities, or the communications that we're being have when we sit in a place of ego ourself confirmation. We don't we have an ability to see it from a bird's eye view, right? We sit kind of more like this gal right here, you know, weighing out the decisions, needing time. My computer's still on Oregon time. It says 456. Angel number 456. What was... Did anybody look up malignant and what that meant? Sorry for the sniffles. I still have them. Howdy there, me and you. I'm glad you made it back. Brenda, was that your name? Law of attraction. I feel like I get distracted easy, like, oh, look, it's a butterfly. Ground me. I have and excuse the language, insatiable need to feel grounded. Or maybe somebody is grounded. Or in the doghouse. Love call, expressing love. Communications are going to be really important at this time. The way that we perceive them, and all relationships are assignments, whether we choose to believe that or not. So they are. They truly are. And we can take those with a grain of salt. We can be alchemists, and we can we could be the Empress and sit in a very benevolent spot. We can be the heretic and cause disruption and just absolutely take no mess from nobody, right? Because we all have free will to do with what we want in this situation. Let's keep going a little bit deeper. So I want to talk about, we're talking about like this immense healing, clearing yourself from the law of attraction. We're talking about obviously some sort of relationship. We've got a love call, and we're looking at the frequency of a miracle, number 33. Frequency of a miracle supports our belief ourselves as a part of Source. The frequency of a miracle supports our belief in ourselves as part of Source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Anything is possible. A romantic proposal. Knight of Cups. Anything is possible. Well, I like that mantra. Fertility. Motherhood. A truce. Sitting on the fence. Being torn in between two relationships. Divided loyalty. That made my heart stop for a minute, like getting bad news myself, you know, and your heart drops to your pinky toe. If somebody's going through that, I apologize. Wow, that wanted to go right on top of trust your intuition. You're not alone. Trust your intuitions. For some of you, I feel like this is a spiritual relationship in the 5D. It's like, and then when I was talking about somebody faking their own death or like no longer actually being here, the perception of it, like, where do we go? I don't know why that got so deep right now. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edge of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Dang. I'm looking at this coffin. 5D's a state of mind. So interesting right now. I really feel like somebody who astro travels. I do this all the time. Like literally seeing and observing their own family in a different dimension. You know what I mean? And like the miracle, 33. Like I could not be far off here. That anything is possible. Manifesting is my superpower. Oh my gosh. You're not alone. Self-value, self-worth, pain, loss, lies, attack. What in the hell is going on here? I feel like somebody has, raise your vibration is a mantra that calls me to light up. Raise your vibration is a mantra that calls me to light up. This is very intrinsic is what I'm hearing. Can I get a number? 1441, unique skills. Telling you. Trust my inner wisdom. Okay, well, I'm just going to let it channel. It is that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. Confirmation. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career and business is a priority right now. Man, is somebody like a aerial viewer or works for like the hell is that energy I'm tapping into right now? Spirit guides. The law of attraction. Perception. Like, I don't know if somebody's actually, like, feels, I don't even want to call it gang stalk, but, like, you're, or I don't know if this is somebody that is actually doing that to other people, but, yeah, I heard TLC, the light system, maybe goes and actually aerial views, for their job. Somebody's receiving this communication, yes. There's a decision to be made. I feel like this is going to sound so out there, but I'm going to let it rip because I've already been told my channel's more delusional than Dungeons and Dragons. If anybody, yeah, what did they say? If anybody believed my shit, they'd be better off with Dungeons. And I thought Dungeons and Dragons was crazy, but you actually believe your shit. And I was like, wow. Lord have mercy on your soul! Because I kind of laughed at it because it is funny, right? You know? Like, this shit's so funny. Oh. Hey, Morgan. Dungeons and Dragons. In dragon communities up in this motherfucker right now. Man, what is this energy that I'm feeling? Like, okay, so I'm going to go back to why this sounds crazy. I really feel like somebody is going to be asked to fake a death. This is like took a whole freaking different turn. But I'm going to, you know what, I'm on here. This is my channel. I'm going to say what I want to say. And the perception of it is going to look like something else. But I feel like this is actually somebody that is working like, and I'm not even going to say like, it's some sort of internal spiritual service of some sort, right? But their family has to think that they're actually gone. Like, and I feel like on the other side of this read, like there's a decision to be made. And why am I seeing like a shocking attack? Like that's going to be the cover up for this murder, right? Trust the inner wisdom. Why do you keep telling me that? Unlocking DNA that holds highly spiritual gifts. Number 319. Maybe because you are chosen. This might be something that you actually have to do. An alchemist, turning shit into gold. I literally wrote that on my card. Oh, my spiritual self's probably like, good Lord, have mercy. There's no tact with this woman. The chosen ones. CC, Christ consciousness. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody get out on the flow. Huh. Helping others has a huge role in your life path. This is just crazy. Okay, so manifesting is my superpower. I do not know what this is all tying into, but it definitely feels like in that certain aspect, like there's going to be, man, it's just the way that you look at it, the perception. It's a miracle, right? Because anything is possible. Look at this knife again. I mean, and it's got the blood on it. And it says surprise attack, and then here's like this coffin, like, and it looks like a husband would be in there, right? Because the wife did all the flowers all pretty and shit. Like, and I don't think she really knows that he's, you know, because I don't think this guy can tell anybody that he's sticking around. You know what I mean? And is going to work in the spiritual realm, like take on a whole new alias and whatnot. And he's already going to be able, like, if this person has children, which I don't see any. Well, I haven't really pulled anything outside of that. The law of attraction, the Knight of Cups, maybe like one older son. How in the hell is that the only card that's upside down? That's interesting. The Fool. You'll be a fool to do it! See, and this is the community that we live in. Like, there's so much underlining, like, other supernatural, spiritual stuff going on around the normal collective. Like, we're out here, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with healing, right? Because we're all here to heal, and we're all here to go within, and so we can wake up to these spiritual gifts, right? Because we unlock certain aspects of our DNA. It's important. We have to do the work, right? But I feel like at some point, like, somebody or a few are actually going to get, like, tasked or, like, and I heard cloaked. Like, or you've been cloaked for, like, maybe you're already on this mission and you don't even remember you're on it because they did, like, the blinky and the eye thingy. You know what I mean? And, like, you're going through, like, a super, like, tsunami of BS in your life. Like, and maybe it's just, every time it does that, I just feel like it's confirmation because my spirit guides, like, they know. 3703. Man. But we live in a community where, like, this shit has happened every day, guys. You know that, right? That this stuff goes so much deeper. The perception, the frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity. Okay? Well, I'm curious as a motherfucker. Ourselves as source edges and we perceive as real and take good, hard, deep look at it. Right? Like, what is this reality that we're living in? It's like our perception on life itself and, like, the shit that's going on. I don't know. I feel like, you guys ever watch that? It's like the Wasp guy off of freaking The Universe, and he takes the truth serum. He's like, oh yeah, truth serum? Yeah, like, hold on, I'm trying to get to the story. So he said, and then she said, and I love that guy because he's so freaking damn funny. But I feel like right now, like, somebody's, like, literally in my ear with the truth serum, like, spilling all this stuff, man. Of, like, yeah, this is the shit that's really going on. Like, and I don't know if this is somebody that got encapsulated or entrapped within, like, a system of some sort, right? Because they're already dead. This is fucking crazy. This is, see what I gotta go with a spiritual awakening? I literally have to ask myself how delusional I am. But I know that I'm a channeler, so I know I'm not just fucking channeling shit out of my ass, right? This is fucking crazy. Right, and that's probably what this person's thinking. Like, even if you went to a secret society and were like, all, you know, like, yeah, you died in the physical, but the perception of it, like, this is just fucking weird. What am I tapping into right now? The decision. Man. Just liberation from this of some sort. You're not alone. Like, so I keep telling you, like, I feel like somebody's, like, right in my right ear. Man, can we just keep pulling some cards? What is this coffin? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. The lovers! It's the lovers! Man, it's a partnership. Why do you want to come out? Accept. Be prepared to accept what fate has in store for you. What does that even mean? What's all this manifestation in this? What is this? Guides? The love shot, Baby love shack. Love shackle. I'm so terrible. Proposal, engagement, a marriage. More sensitive and aware to new energies. Manifesting is their superpower. You're not alone. Raise your vibration is my mantra. Like, man, that's some crazy stuff. Kind of. We got the twin flames here. We've got the twin flame. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. Well, now we know what we got here, Captain. This is interesting. My pit of my stomach, this is like, bleh, but with the butterflies. Communicating. Did somebody fake their foot and death to come back? And get the real beauty, right? That's crazy. Needing time, except is somebody having like a relationship? I swear this is so crazy, man. Like literally, my nose is going off. You're not alone. Like literally having this in the lovers. Bro, we got the lovers and the twin flame relationship here. And it's the sign of Cancer. And the answer to your question is yes. This is so divinely guided and seriously brought in by the spiritual realm. We're talking about aerial viewing and somebody freaking faking their death, and then here we come out with twin flame and the love. If you raise your you could only see if you could raise your vibration. I've been looking for you my whole life. I've been trying to find you everywhere. Ending cycles. New beginnings. Miracles. The frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as part of Source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Divine Masters, let's talk about this. I'm really guided to like continue to pull from that deck. We've got this twin flame. We've got the lovers. We're talking about self-worth and value. I feel like if somebody steps in their self-worth in a specific dynamic within their life right now, like you're literally it's not even around a corner anymore, like so close to literally bumping into your twin flame soulmate that's going to change your life confirmation forever. Happiness. My right ear went completely deaf right now. Except so much light behind that tree, so much light above the crown of this angel. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic partnership, harmony, balance, equality, attraction, manifesting as my superpower, the law of attraction. And then we've got a miracle. Let's see, perceptions number 35, which is an 8, infinity. The test. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. Raise your vibration. To stand the test of time is what I heard. You're not alone. Damn. And that's like Aunt Bertha right there. Look at that tree. She ain't messing around. Like, what is that? It's like a fucking ship, man, in the form of a tree. It's like this ginormous piece of sage right here that caught on fire like 3 times. Dude, it sucks too, but it's for a reason. But like literally, I wish you guys could see in there. It's kind of crazy. It looks like inside of a tree, like all the rings. There's some depth to this beauty right here. What are we tapping into, Spirit? I guess it depends on what you're looking at, is what I heard. I feel like I could deliver this message, and like anybody who's going through like 5 different scenarios or 5 different people will take something, whatever situation that they're going through right now in their own way. The soul, your soul is preparing to reestablish trust in the process. Preparing to reestablish trust in the process. Why do I feel like this is simply like out of the physical, like our hands? Like I feel like this is on such a higher level, whatever this is. The test of time. Accept. Be prepared to accept what fate has in store for you. Well, what does that mean? I'm looking at the twin flame. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. The power of love is like a magnet drawing two souls together. What do we have for Johnny? It's a twin flame. The strength to understand what you damn don't get. Feels like a lot. I feel like somebody is literally magnetizing a relationship, very specific. The wind is like whipping in my shed right now. A very specific relationship towards them. And it has been. I just don't think you know it. And I'm looking at needing time. Cycles take time. Something else that's going on. I feel like not all of the puzzle pieces are out on the table yet. But we've got this, I mean, this twin flame is like, and look at the angel's hand. It's like, back up. She's mine. Right? It's like, nobody touches this one. Absolutely not. And like, she is sleeping. This beauty is in her nightgown. Like she's getting sucked from the dark end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stars overhead. 7 stars could mean something. Well, I'm sure it does. But it's like she's sleeping and this like angel twin flames was like sucking her out of all this exhaust smoke. And like her eyes are literally asleep. It's like, I don't know if this is in a dream state or what. This is so interesting. The strength, the power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. Wow. The bond of love grows stronger over time. The link. You're not alone. Man, I don't know who this is for, but I feel like I don't even... Like, okay, for part of me, I feel like somebody's going to have a walk-in soul, okay, on their significant other. And this, they're showing me back to the coffin. I don't know if this is an actual death. I don't know. And he gets, like, resurrected up after friggin' 30 minutes and comes back as, like, the most handsome, beautiful fella, gal that you've ever met and is just, like, completely 100% different. That's for somebody. That's for somebody. Or that in the 5D, somebody who has a lot more spiritually advanced than you already, with your soul's permission, obviously, is drawing you near like a magnet. Which is probably why like 50 things in your life or a specific relationship that you're in right now is completely falling apart. And there is a reason. Do not hang on. There is a need to let go. This is the test. Your strength and weaknesses are being tested, man. Past life. We reunite. How the hell did that get on there? We reunite with our loved ones over and over in different lives, man. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. I cannot. This energy is so, like, it's exciting when you're reading a book and it's just like, oh my God. He's like, Motel 80 left the light on. You're not alone. What is this? It's like the whole etheric realm is like literally... Look at this tree. It's like spinning in a circle at the bottom, right? Like all the branches go one way. It's like sucked it in like a tornado. Like literally miracles. Miracles are happening. Like this past life soul connection. It's like here. The time is now. What time is it? 5:20 on my clock, but it's so confusing, isn't it? 7 stars. All right, tell me about this twin flame soulmate, please. Tell me about this relationship, because I can't escape it. I can't escape it. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. The power of love is like a magnet drawing two together. All that's needed is the recognition. The universe will help you recognize signs and miracles. Oh my God, and this tree's like in a... It's like a stone calcified back. It almost looks like a ginormous brain. Okay, the recognition. The universe is going to help bring in the recognition of this. Admiration. It's time to think about everything you appreciate in your partner. Talking about manifestation. Manifesting is your superpower. Allure. Consider this situation carefully. That is a sign for somebody. Be prepared to accept the fate has in store for you. I really feel like this is out of your hands as far as manifesting. I feel like some of you are very powerful manifestors and have, I want to say, because I see so much angel and protection here, that this isn't something that you have gone on the dark diddy to do and to like snatch somebody else out from somebody else in using dark magic, right? Because in my right ear just went so high-pitched. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. To me, that makes it sound like that this is a natural occurrence. If anybody is infringing upon anybody else's free will, I just want to, most of my collective, you guys are wonderful. I just want to let you know that that's a no-go. Right on top of twin flame and admiration, express your love. It is important to let people know what you mean to them. You have nothing to lose. Okay. Love sure wanted to come out on the brain today. I feel like this, taking a leap of faith, I don't know. I feel like this is like a really, however this is going to happen is going to be in a very miraculous way. In the most least unexpected way as possible. For some of you, I think it might be on a vacation while you're out enjoying yourself. For others of you, I think it's like when you're in the eye of the storm, like going into the grocery store and your entire life's falling apart, and here's this person. Like, and I feel like this person already knows exactly who you are. They've already seen you in their dreams. They know about you. I don't know why. The seventh star. That could mean something to somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, and his like eyes are so like on the stars that are illuminated over his crown chakra. Accept the fact that change is inevitable, right? Take a hard, close, deep look at it. Wow. Taylor, you made it. What's up? I got 720 in Southeast Texas. No wonder I was led to the term today, which means in God's time. Love this confirmation. God, I really need to get my glasses fixed. Reminds me of Seven Star Sisters Divinely Led Union. So yeah. Man, the story about the seven sisters. That's on Orion's belt, isn't it? I literally... That's gotta be confirmation. Yeah, mind blown. Me too, Venus. What does that even mean? Yeah, because my mind's blown. And I feel like that this story, and I feel like that there's several of you, like, really gonna just solely recognize somebody the second that you walk into it. The seven sisters. The seventh star. Man, I wish I knew what constellation or star system that was. I don't know why I'm even saying this right now, but like, I don't know if the Pleiades or a certain... I don't know. I feel like this like union's about royalty or bloodlines from like different star systems, and it has something to do with this divine union. And then we had the Empress with pregnancy out here. So I don't know if that is like an actual child that will come from this, or that, you know what I mean, because you think about a mother and a father, when their DNA combines, that is a mix of both DNAs. If you have two royalty very, 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 very highly intelligent genetic codes, I heard, imprinted within a cellular system. What does it say on the side of that card? Connecting to the earth reminds me that abundance is unlimited. Abundance is unlimited. Exactly, finishing my sentence. It's, I don't even know. I heard new kings are born. I don't know. Express your love. This is just so interesting. Take a leap of faith. Only when you're willing to step out of your comfort zone will you reap great rewards. Tell me about this twin flame relationship, please. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Twin flame. Oh my God. You're not going to give me anything, are you? This person is your mirror soul. This is why this connection feels so sacred to you. Guys, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. Can you? Twin flame, twin flame. I'm asking about the twin flame and you just say twin flame again. This person is your mirror soul. This is why this connection feels so sacred to you. Oh Lord, have mercy on this mirror soul. Be prepared to accept what fate has in store for you. Why do you keep saying that? Actions speak louder than words. Why do you keep saying that? What are we waiting for? It's like, what are you waiting for? Redirect your thoughts. Focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not what you fear will happen. Oh, this is so crazy. Okay, seems how we don't want to get any other answers deeper than that. I want to know about the twin flame, okay? Like, I want to know. Spirit guides, lead me to the deck that's going to help me to best understand the dynamic of this relationship. What will this relationship hold? What is, because there's always a bigger key to this relationship. It's not about, oh, you found somebody that you marry and then you love them. Two on a default. Of course, it would be a twin, right? Two cards. Past life. We reunite with our loved ones over and over in different lives. The scorpion and the bear. The new beginnings and strength. I asked about the relationship. You are invited to instigate change, but you are also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving. Based on this principle, destroy before rebuilding. You are promised a beneficial rebirth. Wow. That's like being told by the universe. Yeah, I like how the universe says that. You're invited to instigate change, right? But you are also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving. Like, you're going somewhere. Like, I don't know what this is, I told you. Based on the principle, destroy before rebuilding, you are promised a beneficial rebirth. And then we have the bear strength. The bear symbolizes a strong source of support in times of difficulty and adversity. It may be time for you to stand for your beliefs and truths with strength and confidence. You are free to roam at will and follow your path. Oh my gosh, and I heard, and the Lord shall set you free. Woo! What is that? I feel like we're being, like, that's more straight from the universe, more of a being told thing than because we asked about two twin cards wanted to come out. Like, that scorpion ain't playing, man. Talking about new beginnings. We invite you, and then it's like you're being warned. Some of you are going to have a lot of strength to literally, your whole entire life is going to look completely different. Completely different. It may be time for you to stand up for your beliefs and your truth with strength and confidence. You are free to roam at will and follow your path. You are promised a beneficial rebirth based on the principle destroy before rebuilding, right? Because you can't build on a faulty foundation or no foundation at all. I don't know what this is, man. Bring on the new beginning, 10K. Is that 10K? KK. Sorry. God, my eyes are messed up. Exactly what I'm going through. This construction order to reconstruct. What's up, neighbor? My neighbor's on here. I butchered it, Taylor said. It is Pleiades. I figured. Yeah, the Seven Sisters. Oh, why are you trying to get all flippy on me? Earth Angel. Your light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. I don't know why. Love. And it doesn't always have to mean like in love, but for some reason, have you asked your angels for help with this? Earth Angel. I'm hearing that song, Earth Angel. Twin Flame Soulmate. Redirect your thoughts. Focus on what you want to attract in this relationship. Okay, like, I don't know how many of my listeners are out there looking for a relationship, but we're going to pull a time card on this, Joe, right here and see what's up. We're about in the full moon. Full moon is about releasing, right? Of course it's about releasing. We're talking about destructing. We literally got done told we invite you to instigate change with the scorpion. Like, doesn't a scorpion ever just invite you to make change? You get poked with that in your ass, you're moving quicker than shit. Confirmation. Based on this principle, destroy before rebuilding. Like, if you do not let the tower fall, I would not be surprised. Tell me about the situation that the collective's in at this point. Tell me about the situation the collective's in at this point when that one tumbled to the ground. Unexpected financial windfall, lump sum, wills, deeds, trust funds, inheritance. Oh. Well, I don't read reversals, but I felt like, you know, I'm gonna pull another one to clarify that. I will if I feel guided to read in the reversal. You know, there's a part of me that's like, well, there you go. The old heartbreaker Rooney. That's the situation that you're in. This can be from family. This can be from somebody passing away, inheritance issues, ancestry, trust funds. It's like, you can't make that up. It's like something that was built, like, it doesn't matter. It's not for you. It's getting completely fucking shred to pieces, and anybody who's a part of it will get their learning piece from it. You know what I mean? We're in the year of the 8, the karma, right? We're planting seeds and reaping what we've sown. If you're leaving an old relationship behind, a family situation that's got heartbreak, betrayal, upheaval, disorder, anything that does not fit on your spiritual path, you're already told you're promised a beneficial rebirth if you let go. You are free to roam at will and follow your path. You're not bound, stuck, controlled by anybody. No one thing has permission to enter your sacred space unless it is in direct alignment with your soul, right? You can ask your angels and ascended masters for direct guidance. I want to be directly guided, universe, and you have a right. If this is doing with your life, and you already feel and know. For those of you that this is resonating for, you can feel and you know that something is coming in deeply on a different, on a very spiritual level. And you're not going to know it. It's literally a magnet that's just going to draw you and some other soul directly together. the union of divine counterparts. It's your other split. It's your mirror soul. This person is a mirror soul. This is why this connection feels so sacred to you. Okay, what do we have to look forward to? Tell me about this twin flame. What is this twin flame relationship going to bring? Talk to me about this counterpart. The ability to move on. The ability to let go of the past and things that no longer serve you. To be able to help you look deeper within your own self. I would almost wonder, like, for some of you, it might be a physical thing with the twin flame in this realm. For other of you, I feel like it's it's interdimensional in different dimensions. And know that whatever happens in other realms also, I mean, is being reflected here, right? The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. Now, I didn't even ask about the question, but it started coming out, talking about this fake death, new beginnings. You are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. You're going to have the ability to move on from the past. I feel like there's some that literally just cannot stay on their solid divine path because of a situation that they're in. The inability to actually have transformational growth throughout the situation due to the severity and the chaos of it. Bottom of the deck, new beginnings, good news. I feel like somebody is going to be moving. I feel like somebody is going to be getting good news through a court situation or through family members. For some of you, this sounds rude, but I feel like somebody who has been a huge detriment in your life that is holding the keys to a lot of, I don't even know. It's just like their energy is so dark and heavy that once they actually transition back to the other side, that it'll make life a lot easier and things can move forward with a specific piece of property of some sort, or rekindling a relationship within this family dynamic. That's definitely a confirmation for some. I'm looking the back at my angel numbers deck, and I'm looking at all of the star constellations. The 7 sisters, I can't get away from that. It was the 7 stars. Some of you, this twin flame is in like a dream state. I don't know. I think some of you might even know this twin flame's already coming. Maybe you already see his or her face or have dreamt about this person. Like you're actually going to see him in the physical. The roof! The roof! The roof is on fire! We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn! Burn, baby, burn! Huh. Burn that bitch to the ground! I don't know why I said that. That song wouldn't come through. I haven't said that song forever. We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. Like striking a match in like to the past. The heartbreak. The old thought forms, ways of being, whether if this is just yourself and coming home to yourself, whether this is a twin flame relationship. Damn, I just swallowed a shit ton of Ash Wednesday. It's not Wednesday. I thought it was Wednesday, though. It's still Tuesday. Let's talk about this. Can we talk about this? Alright. Can I get a number? Exactly what I'm going through. What's the archangels have to say about this? Obviously, they're all up in that, John. I was really interested when we were tapping onto the aerial viewing portion of it. It's like, for some of you, I feel like your divine counterpart is like super secret agent and already knows like your entire situation and is like strategically say your counterpart like has bad addictions of some sort, or and that like everything that they do is being exploited out in front of you, like so that you can leave the situation, so that you can move on and move past it, because it's like hidden truths. And like my heart chakra, like that nervous feeling just like happened within me right now, and I know that there's nothing to be afraid of in letting go, because there's only better. Do you really want to be with somebody that doesn't treat you right, with somebody that has a boatload of addictions or secrets behind your back, or you constantly have to watch over their Facebook, or where they're spending money, or what they're doing, or how they treat you based on the mood that they're in? And like, you can only hold so much stuff together. Like, you cannot carry the weight of this relationship. It was a lesson. Take the lesson and grow from it, for real. The Five of Ariel. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts can create self-fulfilling prophecies. For some of you, you just need to get out and get a breath of fresh air, like actually be able to take a decent breath. Have the strength to know that miraculous wonders are on their way. Follow your heart. A love of home and family. Trustworthy psychic information. Queen of Raphael. Kind, understanding, giving psychic. Follow your heart. That's all you can do. And I always say, as long as you're working from a heart space, you cannot be, right? What did that card say? The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through the heart, the center of truth, to stay in the flow of source, right? That's the key here. And balanced exchange. I just cannot help but feel like somebody has a new beginning coming. And for those of you that is resonating with, I wish you absolutely all the best on your endeavors. And for those of you that are fearful of what that might look like, I just want to encourage you that, truth, strength comes from these lessons in life, and having the power to know the difference between self-destructive thought patterns and your own behaviors, and to know when your free will is being infringed upon, or you're allowing it to be, with zero boundaries in any aspect, whether it's a relationship, friendships, workplace, that you need to know your worth, and you need to be able to set yourself as a captive free, and understand that you did come here with the soul contract to achieve certain things. And if you're in a specific relationship or situation right now and you're not able to have exponential amounts of growth throughout this situation, and like every day is a constant battle, or you get nowhere, that it's probably time to start looking at how are you going to be able to achieve some of these soul lessons that you came. And maybe this is a soul lesson about letting go and having to be forgiving and loving, and trusting your own guidance, trusting your soul family that's guiding you. It's important that you do go within, and even in my reads, I just want to let you know, don't make any rational decisions off of my reading. If the energy resonates, you'll know what's for you, if you know what's best for you. I will not infringe upon anybody's free will. I just deliver the messages. It's your job to discern what's coming through. I do believe that the person or people that I'm talking to right now as a collective are really being faced with making decisions in all areas of their life. What best suits them? What does the next step moving forward look like on your spiritual journey? What things or people or situations in the past can you give forgiveness to, or do you need to cut ties with, so that you can move on into the next lesson of your life? It's important that we're being in a universal state of awareness of just instead of just inside our little world, that we all have a purpose to serve here, and that is being a part of a collective energy. It takes certain different entanglements for other people to be able to carry out a divine soul plan. I mean, if one person's stuck in a certain area and they're supposed to be meeting at XYZ and aren't able to do that. Just a second. Okay, just a second, collective. I will be right back. Hang in there. Okay, I'm back. This is my little Jujubee baby. You want to pull some cards too? We actually have a family member. It is my husband's grandfather is actually, she's pretty sick. He's sick right now, and he has stage 4 cancer, so he's probably not going to make it much longer. He's getting moved into where he can get like full care, but I guess he's actually more coherent today, so he's wanting to take the kids to go say that they love him and goodbye and whatnot. He came and put a sticky note on my door, but so I will probably I'm trying to track him down and figure out what he's doing because I still got another kid in there, but I am going to pull a card for win this divine counterpart, or you're going to see this next change. You can't do that. You can't infringe upon the cards. Okay, hold on just a second.
That was not supposed to happen.
No, it's fine.
And handed you the fucking baby. That's right.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm back. So the card that came out with the Jujubee is a win-win outcome is forecasted. Full moon in Libra. Full moon in Libra. Somebody want to look up when the next full moon in the Libra is? I really need to be able to go on my computer and do a split screen. Thank you. She is a cutie. Talked about the twin flame. And I want to pull for two aspects. When are we going to see the change in this dynamic of the relationship for those that are in a current relationship or family situation with this betrayal and this trust fund or deeds or will? Like, when is that going to be over with? Like, when will we see the change within that? Because we're talking about instigating change. You are free to roam at will and follow your path. All right. Well, divine intervention is what I'm hearing. So what is that going to look like? Divine, if we may know. When is this change going to occur for those that are going through this current heartbreaking situation or unhealthy situation? It is time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Oh, that's the Scorpion again. New beginnings. Scorpion and Scorpion. Scorpion and Scorpion. Maybe this person is a Scorpio for the new beginnings that's coming in. Confirmation. It's time to release full moon in Scorpio. Man, and that Scorpion's heading the same way. I got goosebumps all up and down my arms right now. Trustworthy psychic information. Can somebody tell me when the new moon in Scorpio is and the full moon in Libra? Excuse me, not new moon. Full moon in Scorpio and the full moon in Libra. Venus says, I am a Scorpio. The water signs. All of a sudden it just got really cold in here. I heard she's as cold as ice. She'd sacrifice our love. I'm not a D1 singer, that's for sure. Unlocking DNA that holds highly spiritual gifts in the eye of the storm. Also hearing that Christian song, In the Eye of the Storm. In the middle of the storm, you guard my soul. You alone are the answers. Man, I can't remember that song. Success. I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me towards victory. I direct my thoughts towards clarity and nature. Excuse me. I direct my thoughts towards clarity and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness within me. I am free now, and I succeed in my life. I am free. And I'm free, free falling. Who is that? Freaking Tom Petty, man. Tom Petty, feeling free, being freed up to break away from a situation that no longer positively serves the lesson that was. Cycles. Karma will be paying a visit. Release the need to control because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so that you don't have to repeat it in the future. Make some space for new experiences. Number 1919. It's time to learn. We're in the year of the 8, planting seeds. March 23rd was the new moon. Libra new moon. Yeah, well, Essie, I misspoke. The full moon in Libra. Both of these are full moon cards. So the first outcome was a win-win outcome is forecasted. Full moon in Libra. Sorry, I don't know why I said new moon. I must like the new moons. And then the second one, it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. 1919. The full moon April 2024, which occurs on April 23, is known as the full pink moon and falls in the sign of Scorpio. So we already had that. The moon will appear for about 3 days. So what I'm feeling like with that, the full moon and in the Scorpio, is I feel like even when this change started, or when this is a timeless reading, or when you will see the changes happen, I feel like for some this is like literally April 23rd. Really think back to that time and space in your life of when stuff's kind of started to feel like it was shifting throughout in your reality and within this relationship or this dynamic, or you started to see changes come about. I swear I feel like I just seen a cat in my window. That's not possible because there's a fence on the outside. A win-win outcome. Full moon in Libra. Man, I really send out positive vibes for anybody who's going through court situations, you know, and even if it has to do with children custody cases or anything of that sort. I really hope that justice is served for the higher good of all in the situation, and that just to know that you really don't have anything to lose, right? And March 25th is the full moon in Libra. "333, the problem you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life, since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put use to your it is, my gosh, are we in Mercury retrograde or what? It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Special skills." Confirmation. Intuition. Time to implement long-cherished ideas. You are on the right track towards making your dream and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being set your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust the process. Trusting the process. How is this on a soul level throughout the chakra center? What is being activated in the energy body? I feel like some people possibly could be having ascension symptoms, where you might be having headaches or onsets of allergies more than normal. I'm going to put my sweater on. It's kind of chilly right here. Which, like I said, I live in Idaho, on the other side of Boise, but let me tell you about moving here. It can be extremely windy. When I first moved here, I wasn't sure if there was tornadoes or what, but I literally, here we go with the green again, right? Can anybody laugh with me at that? Here we go with the green. That's so funny. 50 Shades of Green. Taylor, don't get me started. We're talking about ascension symptoms and what that looks like. And I was actually listening to a video earlier. I can't remember. I'll have to figure out how to post other videos onto my community post of just like very informational videos that I like to watch. She talks about ascension symptoms and what it looks like. She talks a lot about the spiritual body, and then also honoring the physical, because the physical body is what seeds the spiritual energy, and how important it is to take care of our physical body. And when we are around negative energy, it is very easy for us to, our physical bodies actually are susceptible to getting sick, because we're actually energy. And when certain energies can increase fear or anxieties within us, that triggers our cellular system and our brain system and our programmed system right within our being to release certain toxins and chemicals, hormones, and I mean, I'm still sick. I'm never sick for this long. It's been I want to say 4 weeks now that I've been sick, and I would say part of it has to do with some of the energy that I've been subdued to, and then the other part of it is consciously becoming more aware and wakening up through this shift of. For me, when I wake up, I don't know about you guys, but it's never easy. It's never a simple task or something that's super lighthearted. Or, you know, some people do wake up that way. Some people chose to incarnate and have, maybe they did have a very high spiritual task in the last lifetime, and this is kind of like their take it easy ride, but they're still knowing and benevolent, but they don't really have the karmic lessons that that a lot of us other spiritual beings have. You know, it just depends on the age of the soul and what level, you know, what our soul chooses to come down here and experience and incarnate in. You know, as far as our family dynamics, what there are key points. You know, we do have free will, but on a soul contract, there are specific things that are fated that we will go through, and some of them feel really detrimental, and they can hit back to back, and it makes it very, if you don't have a solid prayer, you know, I mean, like when shit's really hitting the fan, it is important to, praying is outgoing, right? Manifesting is meditating is receiving. I don't know why I said manifesting. Meditating is to receive information. Praying is outgoing. It's a balance between the two. It's very important that we are communicating with our guides, and I cannot stress this enough to you guys, to ask your spirit guides and your the archangels and ascended masters and your higher self for direct guidance, for information that your brain and that you in this physical body will know how to interpret, whether it's through, you know, numbers like 1919, or through cards, or billboard signs, or things that you hear off the ads. Like, to ask them to, if you're going to write, hold a pen and a paper and then ask a question and then see what comes to your mind and just write anything down. Learn how to become an intuitive writer. They will give you the guidance, but you have to ask. You have to ask your guides. You have to invoke them with your free will and ask for the guidance. So let's talk about the energy centers, our spiritual body. What is this shift activating right now at this time? This shift. Number 15, Sandalphon. I wonder what chakra center. Why is that the Metatron's cube above him? That's right above the crown chakra. The Metatron's cube. I actually wear that around my neck. Tell me more. It's like the whole being. Gotcha. Creation. The whole being of creation. Number 19. We have to remember, too, that as we're down here having these experiences, I think that we, a lot more than what we know, is being affected, not just within our lives, but other people's lives that we're entangled with, too. It's important to ask your guides for the answers that you need. You will be receiving them. The spiritual body, spiritual ascension, all of creation. It's like, I feel like somebody's gonna unlock every bit of something that they've already, like, look at all these different aspects of the soul. Sorry, my phone is not the best. But you see these hands that are open at the bottom of the card, like in this meditative state, and then you see all these angels, and in the middle it looks like a cranium, and it looks like all this intuitive wisdom. So the crown chakra. And this also, when you look back behind the angel, it looks like a cranium up here that's illuminated, right? Receptors within the brain. I hear if you ask, you will receive. It's important to ask for what we're needing guidance on. That we're a lot more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. Man, that's so interesting. Holy Spirit, holy angels. Whoa. The root chakra. Maybe it's been hard to stay grounded throughout this shift and to really sometimes when we go through things that are really hard to deal with, that can make us revert back to past versions of ourselves, trying situations, and we're not. It's important to stay balanced, but it's very important to speak your truth. It's important that there are a lot of spiritual narcissists. There are a lot of narcissists. There are a lot of unawakened, unhealed people. And you have to have the discernment to know that and to see the difference. You do not have to share your energy with them. You can recognize them for what they are, but it is important to heal those parts of you that are vulnerable to those and susceptible to certain energies. To come up with some sort of a protection ritual for yourself so that you can keep and safeguard your energy. You're very dynamic and diverse in this human body. I mean, there's so many attributes to you specifically that I feel like for somebody that I'm talking to is very spiritual, very psychic, very intuitive, and has a hard time grounding, through the root chakra, a lot of these energies. Or how to create, if you're medium and you're seeing, people in the physical realm, spirits walking across the road or in a gas station, you're talking to them and they're really not there. You might need to start setting up some boundaries and some limits, or like a light switch, and saying, hey, I'm not communicating with you right now. I'm getting off of work. I'm getting gas, or you're, swerving out of the road so that you don't hit one, and they're really, it's in the spirit realm. You need to really find ways to set boundaries and limitations within that. I feel like somebody's mind is like on continual repeat and replay of like certain scenarios, or I don't know, maybe, and I see the hands out, so confirmation for somebody who's continuously trying to manifest certain things. I feel like that other things are being put into motion at this time so that those other key players can also come forth, or there's karma as well as dharma. So the universe is really at play right now with certain situations within this dynamic for the collective that I'm talking about or talking to. Use your intuition to know, like when you feel something is on a rise, or know when you're being sucked back into certain cycles. You recognize them, whether it's alcoholism, or overindulging in certain things, or being around people that trigger certain wounds within you. It's good to look at certain attributes. It just got really windy in here as I said that. It's good to look at certain attributes of what still needs to be worked on. But I mean, I just feel like I'm having such a hard time saying there's something so much bigger that's supposed to be coming through. There's something so much bigger that you need to be focusing on right now. And you can't do it in a certain situation that you're in or when certain things are stalled. It makes it hard to be able to move through life, you know what I mean? Or with certain other family members because I just feel like it's a heavy feeling and it's hard for you to even breathe sometimes because of others, you know what I mean? And we can't just be, escape constantly, but I don't know, for somebody out there, I feel like you're waiting to see that, you've been through enough. When are we going to see the other foot drop for them? They're, maybe somebody always, beats the odds or gets away with something, or it's always covered up, or, you want to find a balance and see some boundaries set for once for somebody else in an unfair situation that you've been dealing with so that you can move on and move forward, so that you can get the answer and the confirmations, and whether, just get somebody off your path because, of whatever reason that you can't move through a certain situation, that you just need some time to be able to navigate some things. And I feel like that's something that's definitely going to be coming through divinely guided at a specific time. And I know it feels like for some of you that's never going to happen, but I just want to encourage you that, the divine sees everything constantly. That right now, maybe what you're going through is about being in a period of reflection. The entire situation, how you got there, what it felt like, what it looked like. Did you come out with soul wounds? Were you able to gain confidence back within your spiritual self in the situation? Are you able to, excuse me, are you able to move on in your daily life, or is this something that deteriorates you every day, Prosperity, that there's prosperity in the situation. They're showing me the perception card again. Prosperity is a number 45, which is a 9. Energetic movement, number 5. That it's important to the root chakra too. Maybe you're somebody that does like to dance, or you need to get up and move your body and get more grounded. Get out in nature. Get out into your yard barefoot. We're energetic bodies. Maybe you've been sitting still for too long, or maybe you have been reflecting too long, or you've been in a very luxurious position for quite some time, and now the fire's under your ass. Whatever's resonating for you, just know that it's time to get moving. It's time to start making this change. It's time to start becoming aware and finding balance within your daily life. I heard overindulgence. Like somebody might have actually an eating disorder, childlike expression. In a lot of these depictions with Ganesh, there's a lot of food. There are 12 childlike expressions. Actually, in my mind's eye, I see the number 1212 right now. It's important to heal the inner child. Personal power, number 888. To heal the inner child, where things have been stifling. Maybe this situation for you is about your childhood and breaking free from those old constraints and the heartbreak and the pain that caused on you, and that maybe has kept you stagnant and not moving, or, being able to break free because of you just want to see somebody have their karma or justice for yourself. But there's lessons in everything, so it's so important that when we manifest or we think about things, we think about for the higher good of all. How did this situation help me evolve? How have I grown from this? What is the awareness within this situation? How will I use this later on in life, for the highest good of all? Sometimes the shittiest things that happen to us are some of the most remarkable things that set us on a path to the most wonderful aspects of our life, we couldn't even really imagine. It's about having the courage to move forward, the courage to forgive, let go, to realize that we're not stagnant. We're not meant to live life in one spot our whole life. We have a lot of people we need to meet. If we're staying in our house all the time and not meeting everybody else, you're not meant to come here and be a hermit. You have to have these entanglements. You have to have these interactions. That's those experiences that grow the soul, those soul contracts that you came down here to have. You chose to incarnate with those certain attributes so that your soul could advance for a specific reason. Maybe that's for the next planet that it will go to, or what your role in our society looks like. It's you never know. I know somebody that was a build houses and now has a PhD and is about to become a doctor within, I mean, it's just crazy. Completely stopped, so good at what he did, and then completely changed up the entire thing. So think, Essie, these jeans have been through like 3 pregnancies. They used to have patches on them, and now they've, after so many washes, they're just torn out. And these are my holy jeans. Garden of Venus says, I've totally been the same way. Waking up is so difficult. I'm waking up with bruises too. I mean, I can tell you guys something super crazy. And I don't even know if I still have it on my leg. Remember, I told you guys I do. And I'm going to try to hike my foot way up there. But I actually dreamt about rattlesnakes for a while, getting bit. And there's this gal who's in the realm of people that I know in the physical. And she was holding this big-ass anaconda. And I walked in this house, and as soon as I walked in, I looked at the anaconda. You know, like when a dog's going to bite you, or a horse is going to buck you off, or like, I don't know, if you're raised around animals, like, you'll get it. Like, you just know an animal's energy. And the way this snake looked at me, I went right in the hallway, and she was holding in her lap, and it was, like, huge. I went right into the bathroom and freaking closed the door, and that snake came in, and it bit me anyways. And still interpreting that dream, yeah, most times snake means, you know, a backstabber, or, you know, an internet person, but the other part of it could also mean, you know, shedding skins. But right here on the bottom of my leg, and I don't know if you can see it, but I woke up from that dream with 2 snake bites, literally teeth marks in the bottom of my foot right there. They're still there. No cap. So that's interesting about the waking up with bruises. It'd be interesting, honestly, I downloaded this app once about, it listens to when you breathe or any noise you make, how many times you toot in your sleep or snore, or most times that you're awake. But I have, you know, 2 little babies that sleep in my room with me, so with all their movements and stuff, but most time it will record. Maybe, Venus, you should try to download that app. They're free, and it'll record your sleep patterns, and then kind of see what you're dreaming about or talking about in your dreams, or, you know what I mean? Maybe even getting a camera for in your room, maybe. Who knows? You know, with the night vision on there. I've seen some crazy stuff on some videos of, like, literally spiritual stuff happening as you know what I'm talking about. Oh, you look new to my channel. I wish I could read your name better. Hoarded Hot Rod Tilly. Hey, Hot Rod Tilly, thanks for joining. Yeah, with the snake, is that what you're talking about, having the same dream? I don't know why, but it's only like when I know there's going to be a shift within my reality. I know that the rattlesnakes come out, and they're either trying to get my children or coming at myself, which I grew up with rattlesnakes. I'm a cowgirl. Like, I was born and raised, like, that was the number one thing that we looked out for. I don't know much about the dreams because I haven't had much experience with. I actually have a book of interpreting dreams. I do know that we travel crazy places within our dreams, like obviously to other realms. I actually have a follow on here. His name's Wade. And he astro travels and stuff like that. And if you find him in the comments, like, maybe ask Wade a question, because, like, Wade's really good with stuff like that. I know he talks about that a lot. He's a very enlightened soul. I know on YouTube they have other informative videos about astro traveling and guided meditations to do so, but I would strongly suggest, you know, my Reiki master, Lightweaver, she definitely, you know, I've talked to her about that, because I've had out-of-body experiences where I've levitated and gotten sucked up into the sky and felt like that feeling of the roller coaster, and I did that when I was pregnant with my second, not the baby I just had, but the one before her. And I know that I literally went up on a ship. I know that. Whether it was my spiritual body having the sensation, I don't know, because I know my physical body stayed, but I know I levitated out of my room, out of the front door, and then I could hear the buzzing of the power lines, and I started going up slow, and then I was like, in my mind, I said, here we go. And I got sucked up. It was so fast, and I don't know if I was supposed to remember that part of my dream, because I do, you know, I am a galactic being. I am a Pleiadian starseed. I know that without a doubt. I don't know. I know that I've seen ships. I've seen portals open in front of my eyes as big as the Grand Canyon. Like, I've seen some insane stuff. I've watched my dog literally look like my 9-year-old son running and then transform back into a dog and shake his collar. And literally, I've seen, this was at night through headlights, and I know what I've seen. I have put my hands on somebody and cast out evil spirits, and I didn't have the gift of my light language or prayers there, but I know I put my hands in the dirt, and I literally, my entire voice changed as I spoke Bible verses, you know, Jesus Christ's word, and just kept saying all the way out, and they were just throwing up completely, and then they would act like, you know, and I could still see that spirit on their eyes, you know, I just knew, and until it was completely out, and then when they woke back up, they were like, I'm so tired, you know, didn't know what happened. It was insane, and I didn't know if this was in the beginning of my spiritual awakening. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I've had full-blown, after that, telepathy with 2 people at the same time. I've gone into a place for 5 minutes and come out, and the entire outside of my vehicle is surrounded with feathers. Literally surrounded with feathers in the time it took me to run into a house and come back out. I've seen some crazy stuff. I can tap into some people's energy and see their gosh, like what they've done in this lifetime. Like, there was a gal that was trying to murder her husband and had a black book with witch spells, which she did kitchen magic. I knew that, but some of the stuff she was doing, and literally was trying to help. I was trying to help him, and as soon as I started speaking on these things, she's like, get the fuck out of my house. I don't know. I've had people put medicine bottles to my back and try to, you know, see what my body was susceptible to, and I didn't move. And she looked at her husband and she's like, indigo? I don't know. I know that I've had lots of experiences on other planets, and that reading oracle cards and being here is just a part of what I'm, you know, it helps me heal through the things that I've been through. It helps me. I've gathered a lot of information through my awakening, and more or less I just want to help other people who are awakening as well know that that it is important to stay in tune with your spirit guides. And I think that more or less that's why I do this, to help guide other people in an informative way, and maybe resonate with them so that they know that they're on the right track, and that you guys can get your own decks of cards off of Temu, you know, the numbers deck. Pull a number and ask your spirit guides, like, show me a significant number. Even if you don't know how to shuffle, just reach in there and pull one out, and then see that number show up. Ask your guides for a sign again throughout the day and see that number show up again. Like, you are in more control of your spirituality and your awakening than you give yourself credit for. It's not like these things are just happening to you, they're happening for you. And when you realize you can manipulate energies in a very powerful, benevolent way, and you can start creating some massive shifts within your life. You're not stuck. You are more powerful than you know. And that's that I am that I am that I am. You are a conscious creator. You are a fraction of the biggest light of creator through the darkness, right? The void, refracted into a million bazillion pieces. onto this earth. That's us. We all have a refracted piece, an expression of that huge oversoul that we really are. They're broken down into soul families, confirmation, star tribes, whatever. And we're souls. So we've had experiences on different planets throughout. Some are new souls. Some people are new to this planet. We are eternal. We live forever. And it took me as a Christian to realize that, what do you mean we don't get one life? Like, you better ask Jesus or you're going to hell. And I have had to reprogram my entire existence as I know it in every way, shape, or form. And I think my ego death, which is why it was so hard for me, because I was seeing all this shit. Like, I watched a woman walk and every tree by her literally just freaking started blowing. Like, I started seeing all this crazy stuff, and part of it is my own manifestation. Like, I believe enough to know that I was seeing some crazy shit. Like, I've watched my angels literally manifest into 2 cops' bodies when I should have got a ticket and got pulled over, just to come down and say, check on me and my kids in a vehicle and say, what number to call if anything goes wrong. And I was like, yeah, the local police station. They're like, no, this was local cops that came out to the back byway, mind you, of the county, and came out. I can't even explain this. And my license was expired, no insurance. I had 3 kids, 2 dogs in my car, and it's freaking 1 o'clock in the morning. Packed full to the gills because the boyfriend at the time and I were fighting, and I was getting ready, trying to leave. But my phone wouldn't charge to be able to call my sister in Washington, tell her I'm on my way, that I needed somewhere to go, that I had to get away. Because my entire world was, like, literally falling apart. Yeah, it was the most insane shit I've ever been through. And the cops said, okay, I just want to make sure that you're safe and you're good. And at that time, all of my kids fell asleep in the car at the same time. Even my oldest daughter, she's like, Mom, I'm so tired. And they were all hyper. It was a crazy night. And all of them fell asleep. All of them at the same time. And we're just out. And I'm like, how the hell are all my kids falling asleep right now? Because it was such a chaotic. Like, I can't explain it. And they said the number to call is 911. So every time now I see 911 on the clock, 911, it's like it talks about spiritual awakening. And it was just so interesting that 15 miles out of town you'd see a local cop out in the middle of the desert, literally, on a back road. I just want to share some of this stuff with you guys because we were talking about number 33, miracles. Like, the frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible, that we're creating more than we know. I think some of you are pulling in a very powerful soul connection with the twin flame. I think this twin flame already knows exactly who you are. I think that they are somebody that works with a very special type of agency of some sort, galactic ships, light source, I don't know, and have been going through a transformation to be able to come down in the physical form, and has been working on that for years. And now it's time, for you guys to meet. I'm looking directly at 1919 when I said that. So that's going to be very special for somebody, and that it's time for a union, whether it's just coming back to yourself. For some, this twin flame, like, you guys have some very serious stuff to do here. I'm hearing Moldavite right now as I said that. Man. Hot Rod, she says, yeah, I had a dream of of a big, large blue snake that bit the back of my son's neck, and I grabbed it. Yeah, and I'll Google that and look it up and try to kind of see what it means too. It's just, for everybody's your own, and that's also something you can ask your guides about in, like, a journal, and get ready to write, like, please tell me the significance of this dream. Sometimes we're not meant to know certain things until we know. Then you'll get it. Garden of Venus says, I see and feel portals too. Venus, thank you for the compliment. I just get on here and really, I like the channel. I like to delve into some stuff. More or less, I really just like talking to you guys. It's nice to be able to share part of my story and just spend time with you guys, because there's a lot of, I just got goosebumps so hard too, like, I wanted to say extraterrestrial things happening, but, paranormal things that are happening, and it's part of us spiritually waking up, and it's our physical mind that literally can't comprehend what's going on because we're so linear, and that's what the world's done, is it's programmed this up here to not be able to accept the spiritual energies. That's why we go through awakenings in short increments, and then we'll get a little break, and then we'll go through it again, and then we'll get a little bit of a break, because that's unlocking a lot of DNA and a lot of light codes within our body that's releasing throughout our cellular system. Like, you can get really sick from that. Same thing with going to a Reiki healer, like having her open up more stuff within your body. Like, the soul will tell her or him what's ready to go and what's not, and that's important that we listen to what our soul's ready for, because it knows, because it could spiritually, man, my ears stinging so bad, and this whole side of my body's got really hot. It's important that we are cognizant of, we can't have it all too fast. We have to go through these increments. Even if you had an alien stand an extraterrestrial being or a different species, that's all love and light, stand directly in front of you, you would probably either pass out, be in complete disbelief, think they're going to be here to kill you. Like, you wouldn't know what to do, right? If your guide manifested in front of you, you wouldn't know what the hell you're looking at. You know what I mean? It would absolutely, what do you mean you're my guide? We would question them to death, like, out of disbelief. Like, we are some of the most unfaithful, in such a way, human beings, untrustworthy, because the world's taught us to be untrusting. It's taught us to close off and to fucking not believe shit that's right in front of our face. It's taught us to that disbelief, and that's sad, because a lot of the truths, even our own truths, will shut down because it's not familiar. Nobody else is thinking like us. Nobody's talking like us. Nobody's having these conversations. And, it takes you to find once in a lifetime neighbor that can completely, freaking understand the shit that you're talking about. Or, hey, I moved the wind today with my hands, and they're like, hell yeah, watch this, and you can have these conversations. Other people are like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Like, some people are just aren't ready for you. And probably if you're in a situation where you've been having awakening for quite some time, and you're around people that just aren't awake, if you're one of these people that are being encouraged to move, or get away from certain people, or you have opportunities to come, take the opportunity and go. Like, it's time for you to move, because there's other areas that, or start a spiritual practice, start a podcast, start talking, like, do something with your spirituality. It's important that you are practicing within your spirituality, whether it's meditating, praying, energy healing, cleansing, crystals. It's important that you listen to your physical, your spiritual self. You have to be evolving within the spiritual. It's so important. Oh, I got your email. Hot Rod says you're the only reason I came back on YouTube. Sent you an email as well. I did read your email, and I don't know, you're the one that's about to write that book about the inner child, right? Hot Rod? Just so you guys know, you feel free to email me. It's in my description box, but it's Angel, all lowercase letters, Angel Dynasty 33@gmail.com. And actually, my construction business that I own is called Angel Dynasty Master Builder LLC. So yeah, I gotta put Angel everything into everything. I don't know, I thought it was interesting. Oh, that's not you? Oh, so you did send me an email. I'll have to get on there when I get off here and check. I haven't been on there today. It's been pretty busy with the kids. They have half days at school and stuff, but I will definitely go and check out your email. For those of you that did purchase a personal reading from me, I did record those. By the time I get off here, it should be uploaded. So I will send you a personal link for those. They go a lot longer than I always plan on having the personal reads go. If you are interested in getting a personal read with me, just send me an email and then we can go over what that would look like for you. Or if you just want to shout out and say hi, that's awesome. I like a Serious Soul Tribe. Out of like the hundreds of comments I get like one crappy one out of 100. So, and most of those I just laugh. Like there's always got to be somebody that's going to try to tear you down, right? Let's do a Divine Masters deck and then we'll close this out. That's a bunch of cards we pulled out here today. So interested in that aerial viewing, like whoever that is that faked their death. Like that was crazy. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that read because when I start channeling stuff like that, I wish you guys could see where my mind goes and the stuff that I tap into. It's so interesting. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what Divine Masters are working with the collective? And I need it to come all the way out for this read until the next live. Give us a message. A Divine Master, please. A flopper, and we got 2. And every time I go to put one back, it always comes back out with 2 again. So we're not even going to do that today. We got Kuan Yin, Enlightened Action. Choose compassion, move forward with grace, as she's holding the lotus flower. Lotuses actually grow in mud and swamp. And we got Metatron and Sandalphon, Sacred Connection, Synchronicity, Sacred Connection, Synchronicity, Divine Connection, Understanding Lessons. That is interesting. Let's start off with Metatron and Sandalphon. Number 100. We're throwing hundreds. I feel like somebody's apartment number could be 100 or their mailbox. Archangels Metatron and Sandalphon are twin flame, twin brother, high vibrational angelic beings who understand what it is like to be human and angelic. Here we go with the twin flame again, right, collective? Both of them once walked the earth as living humans, and because of their deep spiritual knowledge and connection to Source, at the end of their human lives, they ascended to angelic status in the heavens. Metatron's name means the thorn next to God. The throne next to God. And he is an archangel of ascension. Therefore, he is particularly drawn to this time when humanity has the opportunity to move beyond old ways of being and fear-based limitations into a new way of living and loving. Sandalphon's name means co-brother, which refers to the fact that he is Metatron's energetic twin. He is the angel who helps us establish a heavenly connection. When these archangels come together, they establish a bridge between heaven and earth so that we can understand the interconnectedness of all things. Your message from the twins. Everything is working out for your highest good. All of the information and experiences that are coming to you now are bringing you a greater sense of connection and understanding. Be open and aware of the signs and synchronicities that are occurring at this time, for they are miraculous reminders that there is a force beyond your human comprehension that is helping you be your best self and live a life filled with purpose and meaning. If you feel stuck or unsure where things are going, you are being encouraged to see your situation from a higher perspective. If things aren't going according to your plan, it doesn't mean that things aren't going according to the divine plan. A power that is greater than you, but also within you, is working to help you learn from your life experiences and understand that you are interconnected with your source as a co-creator of your destiny. Wow. Kuan Yin, enlightened action. That is very interesting. Very interesting. And that really covers a lot of what we were talking about, especially with the ascension process. Kuan Yin, where you at? Page 115. Somebody could be born on January 15th. Alright. Enlightened action. Choose compassion. Move forward with grace. Kuan Yin sometimes means Kan Yin. It is a Buddha Hesatavya, a being of pure compassion and love, who is loved the world over, especially in the East. Buddha Hisavas are part of the Buddha tradition, and I probably botched that so hard I apologize, but are very similar between the Western concept of angels, beings of light, and brilliance, who will do anything that they can to lead those who call on them into a space of peace and harmony. Kuan Yin has grace, and a pearly white light surrounds her. She can help us step into an embrace of care, forgiveness, and compassion. If we have been hurt or disrespected by another person, she will help us move into a non-reactive space so that we can stay connected to the light as we move forward. If you're finding someone, her message to you, if you're finding someone or something difficult at this time, the best way you can move forward is by going beyond, seeking to understand why something is the way it is or someone is the way that they are. It's time to move beyond the behavior or mistakes or challenges that are happening around you. Don't be pulled into the misery and fear that is coming to you from an outside source. Refuse to operate on that level. Choose to take enlightened action for the sake of your own inner peace. Know that you can be compassionate and forgiving without having to excuse somebody else's behavior. It is more about stepping onto your own path and recognizing that you cannot allow your own wellness and peace to be affected by somebody else's behavior or by the outcome of a situation that is beyond your control. Choose to move forward in your life with grace, realizing that if you allow yourself to get pulled in, it will only cause more hurt and anguish. And the best, most enlightened act you can perform is to move on with grace and forgiveness as your North Star. Wow. The energy of Kuan Yin is here to guide you and is here to guide you in a composed, light-filled way. Well, there's that. She does have a beautiful aura around her, doesn't she? See, it sounds like Divine is literally, for anybody who's in a toxic relationship in any way, shape, or form, it sounds to me like the best thing that you can do at this point is to move forward with grace and to not react. Part of what she said in that message was not to have a reaction. You know, it's easy when people are acting ugly and having terrible behaviors to want to react. But if it's affecting your wellness and your peace, it's time to move forward. And I don't see why the Divine would not help somebody in that situation if that's your story. I mean, for your sake, stay within your own light and don't allow, because I think that that's what's going to... that will be your karma created within that situation. And I resonate with that so deeply. Alright. I want to get a spirit animal for the rest of the week. Whenever I get back on here again. The Cardinal, adventure. You need to live up to your fullest potential, explore new directions, and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it's necessary, and it's like every message within here is about leaving and moving on. Cleverness. If you have been going through difficult times, it's time to think outside the box to find the solution. This is also a reminder to avoid neglecting your creative side. If you have let creative projects lapse, it may be time to pick them back up again. The rabbit. The wabbit. The cardinal and the rabbit. Wow, that was a very interesting read, to say the least. I really need to get some new sage bundles. Most of my sage is like, well, let's just say it got windy in here and I walked out of my shed and a lot of it burnt down pretty good. Hey, I just found my other ear pod I've been looking for forever in there. Okay. Essie says, thank you for another amazing read. Thank you so much. Yeah, me and you, what do you want to talk about? If you have a question, I can give you a short read. I gotta grab one of my tea lights. Man, I cannot wait till this sinus cold goes away. I've actually contemplated about going to the doctor, and I don't like going to the doctor whatsoever. Oh yeah, in case you guys were wondering, I'm kind of a little pyro. My neighbor has like this really cool thing, a candle used to go in, and she literally just like lights what's left of her little sages in there. And it just burns so beautifully, and it smells so good in there, and it's just like the remnants, and it has a little top that goes back on it. What's coming? Oh, love. You want to talk about love and what's coming? Go deeper than the other day, she says. Well, let's see what we can do for you, darling. I'll have to look up what that is. Oh, well, unfortunately, I'm on, I've never been in trouble in my life. I'm actually Army vet. I was a Marine Corps drill instructor for juvenile felons for 5 years. Like, I've never even, I think I had one speeding ticket once upon a time. But I actually have a bunch of tinctures. But right now I am on misdemeanor probation for getting pulled over in a car with somebody who had the marijuanas on him. So I also, because he didn't claim it, I am also put on probation as well. So shit happens. This definitely isn't Oregon where you can smoke weed all day. So, which I think, in personal opinion, is horseshit. I mean, it's plant-based medicine. It's not like it's friggin' whatever. That's my part on it. I don't condone drugs, but I am gonna say that, you know, to each their own. Psilocybin, marijuana, whatever, dude. Like, if you're not out there selling it and you're actually just used for personal use and whatever, especially, I don't know. That's just my take on it. Personally, I don't like being told what to do at all. Ever. Ever. I'm kind of an outlaw. My guides will tell you that I am probably one of the most stubborn people, and I knew that I would incarnate that way, but yeah, it's... I don't listen so well. Trying to do my own thing. Now do what I want! Okay, you want to talk about love? Well, I need to clear off some of this shenanigans here because it's a lot. And most of the things that we pulled out earlier was out of my love deck. I got a lot of energy out here, so let me kind of clean this up. I'll thank myself for this later, because most of the time I'll leave all my cards out until my next read and come and clear out the space, because most of the time I have kids that need me. The Amazon Prime guys next door. Yeah, and then I gotta ditch out of here real fast, so. We want to ask about love, and I think your name's Brenda, if I remember right, me and you. It's an herb. Get yourself, okay, a tincture. Isn't a tincture made with alcohol, though? Or, like, either way. I should be getting off here shortly of probation and being able to have my life back. Let's talk about a gang stalking situation while we're talking about that. That was like another huge part of my awakening. Like I've seen some crazy corrupt police officers, especially where I live, like complete dirty dogs. So that was my first interaction with the judicial system, and let me tell you about crookedness runs pretty deep. And I'm not going to say that about all COPS, but a lot of them can kiss my big white, and that's as benevolent as I'm going to get, as I see right through their crap. When you hold a position of power and you still, like, you don't run the world, and I can see right through your stuff, especially being an intuitive and a psychic, and being able to, like, sit there and see as you have me in cuffs that you cheat on your wife and you do a whole bunch of stuff. Like, the downloads were crazy, and just, like, how many people, they wanted me to snitch on somebody. I'm like, I don't even have anything to snitch about. I don't know where the things came from. So, and because I wouldn't, they like, fine, have it your way, then you're going to jail, and slam my leg in the door, completely disrespectful and rude, like, wouldn't allow me my phone call. I didn't get food for like almost 24 hours in there. They put me in a holding cell, which was completely unnecessary. When they did release me to the general population with the other ladies, scary ladies, some of them, actually one of them was that chick I was talking about who actually did the witchcraft on her husband. She was still in jail for actually trying to kill him. So what I prophesied actually came to, and then I was in the same freaking jail cell with her. I shit you not. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, the universe has a really funny way of working things out, don't they? But when I came back after a year and a half and actually seeing her again, when I ended up going to jail, that's when I had my light language. So when I was in there and they let us out on the yard, like, I just let it go because I just got it. And like anytime I felt fear, I would just pray so hard in that language. Like, there's a chick, she's like, let me out of the yard. Like, all the birds I was praying, like, came on top of the hole in the wall, like, and I was just like getting it. And she's like, I want to go back in, I want to go back in. And it was just crazy because all the birds came onto the top of the cage where we were out there in this workout room. And I was hot to try. I was just sitting there doing me some pull-ups, and I was venting, and I was just praying like crazy. And yeah, that chick was like, oh yeah, we're not spiritually fucking with you because you awoke. So, alright, let's talk about some love messages. Flora says yes. Vodka. Oh. You, Melissa, good Lord have mercy. I got your messages today, by the way. I'll have to respond back to you because I seen that you actually messaged me back on Facebook. Melissa actually lives not even like 30 miles by me. Out of every people that freaking tune into my stuff, she's actually lives in the town next over and actually found me on Facebook. I don't know how, but and started reaching out to me. But super wonderful person, and I'm glad that she did. It's a small world. Okay, gotta go, love. You all, see you next time. Love you, Taylor. Probably out of here by now. Glycerin, but better ones. Alcohol, yes. Yeah. If I even have like a 0.00 on my UA, I'm definitely going to do alcohol in class. It will suck butt. Hell yes, finally made it to Whitney Newberry. What's up, guys? Okay, so me and you wants to ask about her love situation and go in depth. So I will pull a few cards and we can talk about Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. I asked you to tap into the energy frequency of me and you and ask about a love situation. Well, that didn't take very long. What's up? I feel like somebody has something to say. Passion, insane chemistry, sparks and having fun, equal interest, burning desire. So I'm going to pull out key on a ring, many options, unconventional, one night stand, string along. Ooh, next to the passion card. Wow. Hammer, sabotage, rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing. Oh my gosh, and it's like this ring's getting reforged in the fire. I don't know what that's about. Emotional release. Landed on the emotional release card. Bottom of the deck, sunglasses. Watching, looking, perception, stalking. I don't know if you're stalking this person because you've got this passion in a one night stand, or if this is somebody who's doing that to you. And my left eye is like freaking going insane right now. I heard something that have to do with winking. I don't know what that's about. What kind of connection is this for me and you, spirit guides? What kind of connection is this? I'm hearing other deck. Ooh, slippery little sucker. I don't know, something feels a little sly, slick, or I don't know, we've got this emotional release, rebuilding, sabotage. I don't know if this is you self-sabotaging. Leave your fears behind. They are stopping this relationship from blossoming. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. True, lasting love is here for you. So are you self-sabotaging this due to pent-up emotions or feelings or harboring certain emotions that you won't let go of? Bottom of the deck. If letting go, if someone leaves you confused more than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. Boy, this is a difficult relationship, isn't it? Be aware of codependency. Addictive behaviors are affecting this romantic life. One of you, I think that this is a very passionate-based relationship. To be quite honest, it's probably more sex than anything. And I think that it's probably wonderful. But after that's all said and done, it's like ghosting, probably confirmation, you know, leading you on like up until that moment with like the love talk, or maybe you do that I want to be a part of this, or I can't wait to see you, or whatever this is. Why am I seeing, what do they call that when it's online? Catfishing. What the hell is that? Hopefully this is a physical relationship for you. I don't know. I'm seeing this emotional release on the Lotus, and it's like, it actually is reminding me of like coming in the Lotus, right? I don't know what that is. Emotional release. Like, maybe this person is somebody self-sabotaging here. Somebody needs to really assess if this is more than just sex, or if it's just like some sort of a beware of codependency, addictive behaviors. Well, what does that even mean? Let's put a tarot on it. Tell me about the self-sabotaging. Landed right on beware of codependency behaviors, the wounded warrior, resilience, an ongoing battle, fatigue, drained of the situation. I can tell you right now what it feels like is that this isn't a situation that feels good on a soul level, because one, when you're having intercourse with somebody, you're sharing an essence of your energetic self with them. the Fool wanted to pop out, which is just kind of going in blindly for, it's more of a lust over a love thing. I don't know. Maybe that has been the only thing that keeps this situation going. And then I think that there is, it says sabotaging and rebuilding, persistent, working on repairing. So I don't know if this is like little fights that keep coming back and over, letting go. On a soul level, it feels like maybe there's needs for some serious boundaries up in here, that you need to use your intuition. You can, I mean, I feel like you ask a lot of questions, and maybe you just go back and forth in your head. I don't know who's self-sabotaging this. Tell me about the key on the ring, many options, unconventional one-night stands. And I don't read reversals. It's going to take both of you to learn and how to have a strong commitment and work as a team, because I feel like right now that sometimes that this relationship really lacks teamwork. I'm seeing it like a break in connection, or not fluidity. Blah. They are stopping this relationship from blossoming, from fears. Maybe that they give you gifts or whenever, and it's right below the ring too. Maybe they give you gifts when they're emotional, or maybe that's your guys' love language. You guys might need to actually take the test online and see what your love languages are. Maybe it is a good relationship. You just have different ways of communicating love to one another. Maybe one is more of an emotional, sensual with the passion, and the other is more of a gift giver and more of a closed off person, and not so much on the emotional level. My nose is itching, so that tells me I'm on. You guys are trying to find some sort of balance within this relationship, but there doesn't feel like either one of you are very flexible at certain times. Like, this has a situation of fear. Give me a card for the overall of this situation, where it's headed. Well, fulfillment wanted to come out in reverse. You know, I think that if you're using your intuition and that you guys can actually get rid of the codependency or whatever this is, be aware of your own tendencies for codependency and how you, it feels like an obsession of some sort. Like just the thought of somebody being with somebody else, or what are they doing, or what's their phone going off, like that sort of thing. That I think that if you can get rid of fears, it could just be outside sources of fears, and it could be nothing wrong with this relationship. It could just be one of you person's mind state, that you're not seeing like this hand gift from God, like this is your cup, this is your one. You know, I don't know. I really feel like something's not being seen, but this could be a fulfilling relationship. But it really depends on ability to let go of soul scars, is what I'm hearing. Learn to reconcile with yourself. Coming back to yourself. I think that's going to be the most important thing. I think right now there's codependency, and then it's looking within somebody else and what they can do or fulfill that you're missing within yourself. And that's honestly where this misinterpretation of where this relationship is going is at this point. I feel like somebody needs to do some soul seeking and soul searching and seeing what they really need to let go of, and if there's codependency issues. And if you're not sure what those things mean, you can look them up. Addictive behaviors are affecting your romantic life. That could be anything. Could be too much phone time, too much, you know what I mean, how girls take pictures and put them on Snapchat all day long, or the selfies, and don't really, like, there's more need for grounding, spiritual baths, okay? Spending time by yourself, going for walks by yourself, limiting the access that other people have to you nonstop. I think that this is a soul thing. I think that the relationship could work out, but one of you, and I'm not sure which one, needs to really work on yourself. And the message from Archangel, the High Priestess: powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. And that's what I got for you. Hopefully that helps. Ooh. And addiction came up again. Does that even go in that deck? I'm trying to put cards that don't belong in a deck. 4 of them. Partying. I don't know if that has something to do with your relationship or not. You know, when they make decks, it'd be really nice if they didn't make them all look the same. Melissa, you're killing me right now. No, I actually am reading for me and you on here. She wanted me to get into her love reading, but yeah. That fucker fits the bill for a lot, which spirit guides know who's in the chat, who's in the read, you know. Melissa says, "Yikes! Are you reading for someone else, or are you picking up on my 5-year unconventional relationship? You're not alone, right there with you. That's a real thing. Me and you, did that resonate for you? For me, it was like the Archangel Michael, or Archangel, yeah, Michael, the High Priestess, basically telling you, you have your own psychic abilities. You have an ability to reach within. So when you can tap into your heart space, like, I don't know. For me, I won't listen. Like, I'll listen to other readers and stuff, like, when I know it's time for me to move on, or I got something else, or, you know, especially, 90% of the time a woman knows when shit ain't right. And if you're looking somewhere else, it's probably because you have a play in it. Like, you know what I mean? We self-sabotage so bad sometimes with the little games that we do, or the codependency behaviors of wanting attention or this and that, and it really can create a really toxic environment. Men do it too, but women are, you know, we nitpick the small shit, and then pretty soon motherfucker can't stand to come home to see us, right? He's getting friggin' Taco Bell and McDonald's before he gets home, and then he ain't hungry going straight to bed. Then here we are with, who you fucking, right? He just don't want to deal with our shit. But vice versa, you know what it is. Men are just as insecure as women. They can act like they don't because they drink beer and get all shit-faced and, you know, fuck it, I don't give a shit. But really deep down, like, they want to cry harder than most women do because they don't know how to handle their stuff. I don't know where me and you went. She's probably like, please don't say that to me again. I don't know. That's what I love about having this chat, is that, like, everybody can get on here and kind of... Anybody else have any questions while I'm on here? I guess I kind of like when we get into stuff. Melissa, I won't ask you because you already spilt the tea. But I know you're going through some shifts too, for real. Yeah, self-sabotage is my #1 attribute. For real. Until I stopped with the codependency because I couldn't figure out where my crazy started and his ended, you know? So, not getting in my own personal life, but we have a tendency to repeat cycles until we learn the lesson, unfortunately. And sometimes now in marriages, we get so financially bound to others and stuck because we have kids and everything. It makes it hard to just up and walk away. And then you really contemplate, like, am I a good parent if I just, you know, split a whole household up? But are you a good parent if you guys continue to fight all the time? Like, what's more toxic? You know what I mean? And if a motherfucker really loves you and you leave, he's gonna change everything that he knows he has wrong, or vice versa, to make it work, or it's just not meant to be. We cannot carry other people to have soul growth. Unfortunately, when you guys were going through the dark night of the soul, was anybody there holding your hand? Spirit says, Dean, hell no they weren't. You are out left high and dry. Why, the person that you love screwing a whole bunch of other people, or whatever the friggin' scenario might be. They didn't care. You're out here friggin' having an ego death trying to figure out where the hell, why are you seeing portals and shit, and they're still doing the same thing they've always done. Like, 90% of the time when stuff's not working out, I really feel like it's because some are in If you're with somebody that's not spiritually awakened or even choosing to start making differences, 90% of the time you're going to be a piece of karma for them. And we're so loving when we start waking up that we just want to, like, why are you not seeing how hard it is just to have a simple life? Like, why does everything have to be an argument? You just get tired. You're spiritually, emotionally, physically drained of having these conversations, and especially if that person that you're with is, has addictions or, heavy drinkers. You can't talk to them, and then the next morning when they're sober, they're sorry. So, we have a role to play in it, and if we keep entangling our energy within that, we are basically just sitting where we're at. Now, sometimes you have to know when enough is enough, and you have to be able to, if it's a super unsafe situation, obviously you need to come up with a safe plan before you make any moves. If you're in a violent situation or anything like that, I was married for 13 years previous to this one, and it was a rough one. It was a lot of hands-on and stuff like that. And now my ex-husband and I are great friends. He's a great husband for his now wife, but it took me to leave him and for us to go through so much shit in our kids. We co-parent great, we get along great, but he wasn't the husband that he is now for me and my kids, and that's just the way it was supposed to be. I was the karmic lesson, and him mine, just the same. It's if we get back into the same scenario again, recognize it, and then it's time to figure it out. There's nothing, if you're on your path and you're living from a heart-based, true, authentic piece of yourself, and you're in a situation like that, then, there's no reason that the universe and guides are not going to help you find a means, if you treat people well, to get into a safe situation for yourself, or yourself and your children, or your family, or whatever your dynamic looks like. Yeah, those sex demons will get you every time, Melissa, I'm telling you. And that is a scenario when you become spiritually awakened. Like, you have to remember you're very pure energy. So when you are making love to somebody and they're unhealed, they're basically harvesting your energy because it is an energetic exchange. They get a good high. They feel good after. Not just because it's sex. It's because it is an energetic exchange. You have pure high energy. You know how to go to source and re-get it, or to meditate and to refuel. And when this person's in such a low vibration, yeah, of course they like getting that, right? And 90% of the people that aren't getting it from you, they're going to have porn addictions or other, self-mutilating, self-sabotaging, and it's their own insecurities. It's not that you're not worthy. It's something that they have to go and figure out. Do you really want to be in a relationship with somebody that has to do that because when, they can't treat you right? Just saying. Essie, anything I should know for my highest good? For your highest good? I love that question. Your guides are like, whoop, let's come right over here to this beauty. I feel like you're on like an intuitive, I feel like you're an intuitive yourself, very intuitive, and I think that you have wonderful psychic abilities. I wish you would tap into them a little more and believe your own inklings, because I feel like you're right on with a lot of stuff. Okay, for the highest good of Essie's, for her highest good, messages, spirit guides. For one, I'm saying trust your inner wisdom, number 16. This deck is so hard to shuffle. Maybe that feels like it's going to take eons. Maybe you feel like it's going to take eons to get to where you want to go. Not 15. What I'm going to do is reach in here because I trust my guides. And I feel like you have pretty pure energy. Ding, that's the one. Essie, take an action step, number 15. The trust your inner wisdom was number 16. Act on intuitive guidance you've been receiving lately. Your intuition will guide you to the next action step. Baby steps count. Being more productive increases flow. Moves stuck energy and unlocks potential now. The universe operates on a call and response. Call out with an action step for responsive guidance. Avoid perfectionism. I wonder if you're a Virgo. Alert, number 2. Alert, intuition, growth spurt. You are, or some Virgo very prominently in your birth chart, you might look that up. You are currently experiencing a general increase in your intuitive abilities or gaining access to new psychic pathways, which is called that. Just like physical growth spurts you experienced in childhood, an intuition growth spurt may seem awkward or uncomfortable at first, but you'll soon adjust. Sensitivity exists on a spectrum, and yours has shifted. And I actually want to read that from the book for you. See, now I was telling you, I really feel like super spiritual, and I pulled a moon's card for you. Surrender to the divine full moon, this full moon. Wow, I feel like you are going to hit a very, like my ears popped right now, a very big shift is going to happen for you, or already is. Maybe your ears have been popping or you've been stuffed up. I'm hearing eucalyptus for some reason. My kid comes out here and puts his hands on his hips. What's up?
I should have blue tea
Why?
because we're gonna get the gym thing and I need you. Hold it on my shoulder.
Okay, well, I will be done here shortly and then I will help you. Number 2, alert, intuition, growth spurt. Expanded meaning of this card. Intuition and sensitivity are not static, but rather can evolve over time. Intuition and sensitivity also exist on a spectrum, yet while some people may be more naturally intuitive and sensitive than others, we can each improve in many cases vastly our intuitive abilities. Sometimes an intuition growth spurt happens because of healthy lifestyle changes due to increased knowledge about intuition, or organically when the circumstances and timing are ideal. Just like a bird's egg organically hatching. If you suspect you're suddenly more sensitive or intuitive, you're right. Confirmation. And this card is confirmation. The growth spurts can seem to happen rapidly, just like physical growth spurts. Action steps. Increase your self-care now to help manage this growth spurt, which could feel overwhelming initially. No need for anything fancy. Simply eat well, rest, avoid unnecessary stress, and create open space in your schedule. Connecting with an intuition guru or reading more about intuition could help explain and normalize your experience. Also, discern whether of the 4 Claire psychic pathways, hearing, seeing, knowing, and feeling guidance is either opening or becoming stronger. Take especially good care of your physical body to ground your metaphysical abilities now. It is time you will outgrow the awkward phase of the increased level of intuition or sensitivity, just like a physical growth spurt. That's pretty awesome. I totally felt that for you. The shift in the full moon is really important, and I feel like you need to really take a nice spiritual bath with like eucalyptuses and light some candles and really just go in with an intentions with the water to open up your psychic pathways and just kind of sit with your guides. Claircognizance, I feel like, is a very strong gift for you. Claircognizance. You are a Virgo, she says. It's weird. Your guides really came through really strong on that. That's awesome. I love it when you guys can confirm, the reading. I've been sick for the past week, so congested. Yeah, I felt my ears pop, so maybe you're going to get relief on that. And it was on my right side, so maybe your right side is, maybe you sleep on your right side all the time. And I don't know. You're very welcome. I love all of you. very much. I'm gonna get off this read because my kids just came back down from their grandparents' house, and my son wants help starting the dirt bike. So the replay of this will be up here shortly. Thank you guys for your love and support. If you want to email me, my email is in the description box. If you want a personal reading, you can email me and we can go over that. It's my fee for a personal video reading is $65, and that's about an hour read that you'll get on there. Some have gone longer. It's just depends on what spirit guides bring through, but it is something that you can continuously go over and have. They are timeless. You can tap into them at any time. They're filled with energy messages, archangel messages, number messages, messages from your higher self and ascended masters. I really am surprised. I've had a great deal of success with tapping into spirit guides. One of my gurus who I talk to, she's my, I have two gurus actually that I work with. One is a master Reiki light weaver, and my other one is actually a psychic medium. Just amazing, like 40 plus years of experience. So I make sure that I also have a teacher above me that helps guide me through what I'm going through. Because I don't know it all. I'm learning. I've just really have had the gumption to get on YouTube and start a channel and just get on here and talk. At first it was kind of more serious, but now it's become more like a family. So we go through messages, we tap into stuff. You guys kind of get to see how the messages that come through and what's for you and what's not, and how my guides work with me and my intuitive abilities and what that looks like. For those of you that have your own abilities, like I'll you guys watch me sit here and second guess stuff all the time, and I'll just pull more cards. The answers will come. Sometimes we're not allowed to know certain things. Melissa, I'm so glad you were able to catch a live. Sorry it was the end of it. I don't know. I love all of you guys that tap in. Sending tons of love. Have a great evening. Essie, you've been with me since like the very beginning of my channel. I think you and Wade, and I have Taylor and Melissa. I have a few of you that religiously come back and watch me, and I'm never going to forget you guys and your love. And my next door neighbor, who's so loving and supportive, she's just a wonderful gal. Our septic system went down, and we all needed showers, and I have a big family, so I got to take the babies over there, use the sauna, take a shower, and just a wonderful person. I just love her to death. So blessed to have her, and finally starting to find more of my soul family. And it's nice to feel love the way that, I love other people. I think a lot of us have a hard time finding people that match the same frequency of, unconditional love, or, giving the shirt off their back with, good boundaries, and just can energetically sense good people. All right, Archangel Michael, I'm going to call you in. Thank you for guarding the gates as I channel these messages. I would like to return every bit of energy that does not belong to me or access to anybody else's energetic field or system, and sever all ties. And I send that back with love, immense amount of love and gratitude to be able to do that, and healing vibrations. And I also pull back every bit of my energy throughout this entire space, and any energetic portals that I may have opened, I now close them. I demand, declare, and decree that no weapons were formed against myself or my listeners, and definitely through no foreign portals or of any other ways, lower vibrational deities or entities that hang out. They got nothing. We're too high vibration for that. With so much love and light. Bisharate ke ope anana yeke be etia. She bakatea poyanana yeke dea patea. Beke ete shoboyanana yeke dea. Azra ke vrotea shakatea manata yeke. So mote it be. Alright guys, thank you, love you. I'll catch you on the next live. If you are new, haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, hit the like button for me, leave a comment, and I will catch you guys on another time. Peace out.